A wise man once said that if it ain't raining, we ain't training. And an even wiser man said that if it's snowing, I ain't going. I'm Patrick with Bearded Bastard Outdoors, and as you can see, we've had some austere weather. It's been mighty rainy, and one of the biggest challenges in the wilderness, no matter whatever you're doing, going camping, hunting, hiking, whatever, is to be able to start a fire with wet conditions. It's been raining off and on. It's awfully damp. We caught a little bit of a break right now, so I thought I'd just come out and we're gonna train for kind of worst case scenario. It's easy to do things, it's easy to train when you have perfect conditions, and that's fine because you build those fundamentals. But then once you get those fundamentals down, then you need to go out when it's less than perfect conditions and try those skills out, so then you can enhance those skills and learn. So stay tuned. So the first thing I need to do when trying to set up a fire with wet conditions, whether it's raining or whatever, is I need to be able to get my fire out of the rain so then I can get it lit, but also keep my material dry, and then I need to keep myself dry. So I found this little rock formation, if you will, with a little shelf right here. I can go ahead and put my fire under there. It'll keep it set, and I can put a poncho shelter across to keep me dry and out of the elements, and also to so I can keep my stuff dry, etc. So anyways, let's get that built. And guys, this isn't one of those like we're going to talk about ridge lines, we're going to talk about like lean-to debris huts and all, and convection and all this other stuff. Don't overcomplicate it. As a Green Beret and infantry guy, like bungee cords, tent stakes, and tarps, man. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't worry about your knots. Bungee cords, tarp, poncho, and some tent stakes. Oh, something that needs to happen is you just need to make sure that if a wind blows, the tree's not going to fall on you real quick. We're good. So what I'm looking for is dead wood, okay? None of this live stuff, because I want it to be absolutely dry and not absorbent of moisture. Dead wood that's off of the ground. So anything like that log over there that is, or this log for that matter, that's laying on the ground, rotting and decomposing, etc. I don't want to use that. So this wood right here that just so happens to be leaning up against this rock, and most of it of which I cleared when I was making my shelter, I'm gonna go ahead and start grabbing some chunks. Now with all these, listen to this. You hear that clean snap? That means that the wood inside is still dry. So I'm gonna collect a whole buttload of these. There's a bunch of different little fire lays that you could do. Turn this camera, make sure you can see me. That you can do. My personal favorite in a wet environment is the reverse lay. And this is going to be a much smaller scale. But the reverse lay, excuse me, I've been dealing with upper respiratory infection, so if it sounds like I'm gasping for life, I kind of am. So, anyways, getting the fire up off of the ground. Okay. So, I got that fuel source right there. And then what I need to do go ahead and process this wood. Good thing I got all these rocks right here. Now be careful when you do this. There we go. 1, 2. Now I want to get to that dry wood in the middle. So that's what I'm hoping for. And the way that this works, not to insult anyone's intelligence, but obviously the fire, you build it on top. In theory, you build it on top, and then as it burns, it dries the wood underneath it. And then as that dries, then that'll burn. It'll continue to fuel the fire. Fuel, which would be our kindling. I'm just going to lay that on top of there. And turn on my POV glasses so you can get a better shot of what I'm doing here. I definitely don't want to use all of them, but I'm going to use a fair amount just so it adds some fuel to my fire. Try to keep all the thin small stuff together where it's nice and dry. That way when I get my tinder bundle lit, I have something to feed it. And we'll see what happens. Might work, might not. That's what training's all about, man. Now, there's all sorts of different fuel options that you can have. And this isn't going to be one of those like, primitive man, frickin' caveman, rub sticks and stones to get this wet material done. All right, this is going to be tools that, you know, you can buy at Walmart, Cabela's, Bass Pro, whatever, because let's face it, you don't really care about all that caveman stuff. You just want to learn how to make a fire in the rain. So there's a few tools we can have. Obviously, if you're not a dum-dum, you're going out into the woods with a lighter. Okay? And what I did with this lighter is something that you can also do, is I took off that retaining band, or that child safety proof thing, because it makes it, especially now when it's cold, makes it a lot easier to light. Those of us who smoked or currently smoke or used to smoke know that that's a pain in the butt when it's cold out. I also wrapped it in some jute twine and some duct tape. Duct tape is an excellent fuel source in this environment. And I'm just going to go, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to demonstrate some of these fire starters just to show you different things that you can use from around the house, whatever, put it in your kit bag and then take it out into the wilderness with you. So without further ado, I'm going to put my POV glasses back on and get to work. All right, so for sake of discussion, I'm just going to go ahead and use my lighter here that I prepped for coming out into the wilderness. I'm going to go ahead and take some of this jute twine. I didn't do anything special with this. This is just regular jute twine you can pick up at Walmart for just a few bucks, or Lowe's, whatever. I just got to find the stinking end. Okay, so you can probably hear the rain coming now. Pitter-pattering on my poncho here. Now once I got the jute off my lighter, all I do is just go ahead and undo it. Back here, my little Vortex track bag. Vortex is not a sponsor of my videos, but you know, if anybody wants to change that, I wouldn't be upset. Maybe one day I'll have a sponsor. All right, so now that it's processed, you can process it out further, right? And then it just simply, because it's dry, I mean, it just lights right up, right? No big deal. Super easy lemon squeezy. But you can see it's kind of a pain in the butt to get out, you know, undo it all. That's why I like the duct tape. I'm gonna save the duct tape for last. All right. If you're in an area where you're fortunate enough to have pine trees, you want to go ahead and go look for some fatwood. Some fatwood being the resin in the pine trees are all accumulated into one of the branches on like a fallen pine tree or whatever, and you get these like reddish knots, reddish veins in there. That's the resin, or pine knot is what some people call it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and first, you know, people usually feather stick this stuff, but like I suck at feather sticking, so I'm just going to use the back of my knife and just shave off shavings. Now this works well with a knife that has a 90-degree spine on it. If it doesn't have a 90-degree spine on it, it's not going to really work. But I'm going to look for that knot right there and just start shaving off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoop. It's okay. That's all right. We don't need a whole lot for this demonstration. Again, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get down to the dry stuff, but I'm also going to use this pine resin because it's highly flammable. Okay? Highly flammable. Okay, that's all I'm going to use for this demonstration. And then again, if I just take my lighter and light it, it lights really easily. Right, I can put that into my fire over there and it would do well. Right. Another useful tool you could use is a pencil sharpener. Find my knife. There it is. Find my knife. We'll go this way. There we go. Get myself a little bit right there. Into the pencil sharpener it goes. All right. Now you have a little pile of shavings there, and you don't even need a lighter if you have a ferro rod, which I always recommend having a ferro rod with you. There we go. Yay! Woo, it's starting to come down now. All right, let's get to business. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and relocate my fire underneath the tarp and this little cliff face, because this is not working out quite how I wanted it. Probably should have done this in the first place, but that's what we're here for, is it's all training. Boom. 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 So obviously before I start the fire, I need a tinder bundle. And so with all these cedars around here, it's gonna make it really easy. And so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna score the cedar bark. It's not gonna kill the tree or anything, okay? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get all this bark off of here. There we go. There we go. I want to get as much of this as I can. There we go. Don't take more than you need. With a lighter. But because it's wet, I don't want to sit here with a lighter and wait for it to go out. So then because it's just because it's wet out, this will help extend the burn time, and I don't have to sit here with a lighter. Bit of light. Come on. Let it heat up. Here it goes. It'll go here in a second. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now it's wet, it's cold, but I got a fire. And then what I would do is all the other material I would grab, I'd put it around it so that it would keep it dry. I'd say we are T for trained at this station. And so the idea again with this reverse lay is that everything underneath the fire is wet. And so as the fire burns and creates the coals, it's going to dry out everything underneath it and continue to burn. Like so. Ugh. And so that's what you need to go out and do, people. You need to get out there, you need to train, you need to put the skills to use in less than favorable conditions. You know, because if I was camping out, I'd be fine, man. It's not raining on me. I got my fire right here. It's nice and warm. I'd go collect some more material, put around there so it stayed nice and dry. Good to go, man. You know, if you like content like this, it would be super awesome of you if you hit that share button, that like button, that subscribe button, whatever to beat the algorithm so that we can help this channel grow together. Not trying to sell a course or anything. I just want to get some information out, man. You know, have fun doing this. But, you know, until the next video, I think I might just hang out for a little bit and enjoy my fire. Catch you on the next one.